Today we are going to start 8th Adhyay, which is Akshar Brahma Yog. That is the Akshar means what? Something that is imperishable, something that cannot be destroyed. It is indestructible. That's why Akshar. Kshar means something that you can destroy. Akshar means something that is indestructible, which cannot be destroyed. So Akshar Brahma. So Brahma we know is Akshar. Brahma cannot be destroyed. He's the imperishable Brahma or the yoga of eternal God. Shlok. How many shlokas are there in this 8th Adhyay? 28 shlokas. In this Adhyay, Arjun asked, O Supreme Lord, what is Brahman? That means the absolute reality. He wants to know, like Brahma, what is Brahma? Who is he? What is Adhyatma? What is Karma? What is said to be Adi Bhut and who is said to be Adi Daiv? Who is Adi Yakya in the body? And how is he the Adi Yakya? So, who is Adi Yakya in our body? And how is he the Adi Yakya? O Krishna, how are you to be known at the time of death by those of steadfast mind? So, here in this Adhyay, Arjun, who has lot of questions and queries in his mind, is asking all those questions about Brahma. So, who is Brahma? What is Adhyatma? Adhyatma yani kya? Karma. Karma means what? Adi Bhut, Adi Daiv, Adi Yakya. So, he has so many questions and he's asking Krishna, Bhagwan, Shri Krishna. Ye kya hai? What are these? Please explain. And also, very important question, that how are you to be known at the time of death? By those of steadfast mind. The steadfast mind means those whose mind, okay, is in devotion with the God completely, who has surrendered themselves to the God. And for them, about them, Arjuna is asking, how do you know them, or how do they know you at the time of death? How do they realize you or attain you? So here, Sri Krishna is telling that Brahma is Akshar. Brahma is Akshar. Akshar, something that can be destroyed, and Akshar, one who cannot be destroyed. So Brahma is Akshar. So if in exam it is asked, given a choice, Brahma, Akshar or Akshar, so you have to know that Brahma is Akshar, one who cannot be destroyed. Then Adhyatma. Adhyatma is Para Prakriti, which we discussed in the previous Adhyay. So our Jeev, our soul, our Atma that is there in our body, that here Shri Krishna is saying that is Adhyatma, our own self, our individual consciousness. That is Adhyatma. Then is Karma. Karma, work done with detachment. So here Karma, Bhagwan is very specific about it, that whatever work that we do without any attachment, anasakt hoke jo hum karm karte hain, which is responsible for the existence of living beings. So jo bhi hum karm karte, the karma that we do, which are necessary for us to live, to exist in this world, okay, but while performing those karma, we are not attached to the karma. We are not attached to the fruit. We are not doing it for ourselves. So those type of karma, Bhagwan is saying here is as karma. Then is Adi Bhut. Adi Bhut, things that exist temporarily. Sure. That means they are there today. Yesterday they were not there, and tomorrow also we don't know. Maybe they won't be there. For example, the laptop now that I am watching on, or I have just shared the screen, my mobile, even me, I was not there 50 years back. I will not be there in future always. This laptop, it's there today, it exists today, but after 10 years, maybe this will not be there because it is going to be destroyed. So, Adibhut means all the things that are temporary. आज है, कल नहीं है, कल था भी नहीं. Okay, so they are called as Adibhut. So Akshar is Brahma and Kshar is Adibhut. Then Adidev. Adidev, Deva here, Shri Krishna is saying is Purusha, gods that came into existence at the start. So here Adi Daiva means Purusha. So Purush word does not literally mean as a person, but Purush here represents or it portrays the meaning. It symbolizes a meaning that the gods that initially came into existence after Brahma, the first gods that came into existence, they are called as Adi Daiv. Then is Adi Yagya. Adi Yagya means the Lord himself residing in the body. He is called as Adi Yagya. Then, very interesting here, that is whoever remembers him at the time of death. Now, the last question that Shri Krishna, Arjun had asked is, "Oh Krishna, how are you to be known at the time of death?" So someone, if is breathing his last breath, how do they know you? How do they become one with you? So Krishna, Bhagavan Shri Krishna is answering their questions over here. Whoever remembers him at the time of death attains him and becomes godlike in character. So when a person is on the deathbed, breathing his last breath, at that time, if he remembers Bhagwan, if he remembers God, then he attains a godlike character, or then he attains Bhagwan. Okay, but normally what happens? To normal people on the deathbed, they have the tension. मेरा property का क्या होगा? मेरा घर का क्या होगा? मेरा ये क्या होगा? Where will I go after death? And then maybe I wasted my entire life on wrong people. I should have done this. I should have done that. So these are the thoughts that normal people have. But Bhagwan is saying, rather than this, on the deathbed, when you are breathing your last breath, at that time, just think of God. Bhagwan ko yaad kar, and you will become one like God. Further, Shri Krishna, beautiful. I really liked it. Next, in next shloka, Bhagwan is telling that whatever one remembers upon giving up the body at the time of death, O son of Kunti, one attains that state, being always absorbed in such contemplation. So, when we are on the deathbed or at the time of the death, whatever we think of, okay, whatever thoughts are there in our mind, we attain the same thing. One attains that same state, being always absorbed in such contemplation, because we are constantly thinking of those things. We later on we attain the same thing. For example, if you are scared, oh, I don't want to die this, I don't want to go like this, I am so weak. What if I don't get the birth of a human being? What if I become a dog? Or what if I become a bird or an ant? So Bhagwan is saying, whatever thoughts are in your mind during that time, next birth will be the same. So if you're thinking of, or you're scared of becoming a dog, next birth will be of that animal only. So think wisely what you're thinking. Then discussion on samadhi. One who at the time of death, with unmoving mind, attained by the practice of yoga. That means one who is practicing yoga. It is not that a normal person. Here Bhagwan is not talking about a normal person who is on a deathbed, but Bhagwan is talking about a yogi, one who has been practicing yoga, who has attained yoga. At that, for that person, when that person is on the deathbed, then if such a yogi or such a practitioner, okay, if he fixes the prana, that is his breath, between the eyebrows. So if he fixes the prana between the eyebrows, that is Agya Chakra, and steadily remembers the Divine Lord with great devotion. And if after focusing over here, after fixing the pran at the center of the eyebrows, that is Agya Chakra, if that yogi or that practitioner, he remembers or thinks or meditates on God, then he attains God. So here, how a yogi attains God, or how he becomes one, or how he realizes God, that process is called described over here, and that is called as samadhi. So at the time of the death, with an unmoving mind, that means the mind is very calm and stable, of a yogi. The yogi, when he focuses his prana on his agya chakra or center of the eyebrows and remembers God with complete faith, with complete devotion, then that practitioner, that yogi, he attains God. Then in the next shlok, uttering the one syllabled Om, we all know Om, the importance of Om. Om is nothing but Ishwar. Om is the symbol of Brahma, Bhagwan. So here, that is what Bhagwan is telling. Uttering the one syllabled Om, the Brahman, and remembering me, he who departs, leaving the body, attains the supreme goal. So here again, Bhagwan is telling that if during the last moment, if you're chanting Om, Om, even Patanjali Rishi has told in his sutra that Om Ekakshar Ishwar. So Om is nothing but Ishwar. Ishwar is a Om is represented by Ishwar. So here also Bhagavan is telling the same thing, that if you chant Om, one syllabled Om during your last breath, and you think of Bhagavan, then one who departs or leaves the body, he attains the supreme goal. So this is how you attain God. Then important, okay, day and night for Brahma. Now day and night for us is different. When the sun rises, it's day. When the sun sets, it is night. Very simple for us. Now day and night, Ratri or Din, we had discussed this previously also. So now tell me, in which adhyay have we discussed Ratra or Din? Day and night. Anybody remembers that? Come on.
Second adhyay.
Very good. Second adhyay, yogi. For a yogi, what is day and what is night? And for common people, what is day and what is night? That has been said. So there,
మేడం జానిక సర్వభూతానం తస్యాం జాగ్రత్త సంజమి జస్యాం జాగ్రత్త భూతాని సానిసా పశ్యతో మునే.
very good, Brahmaji. Very nice. Very good. 2.69 shlok. There, Bhagwan had told about the yogi, compared the day and night of a yogi and a common person. In second adhyay, 69 shlok. Now here, it's a comparison that I'm giving you from exam point of view. Don't get confused. Here, day and night for Brahma. What is day for Brahma? What is night for Brahma? That has been discussed in the 8th adhyay. So here in 8.17, Sahasra Yug Paryantam. These words are used. So one day, a day, okay, a day for Brahma is 1000 cycles of the 4 ages. What are our 4 ages? Satyug, Treta Yug, Dwapar Yug, Kali Yug. Now when all these yugs are done, 4 yugs is 1 Mahayug. Okay, so like this, 1000 cycles. जब 1000 बार ये cycle होते हैं ये युग के, then that is one day for Brahma. So 1000 cycles, this comes in exam, so it is very important. Brahma's one day is our 1000 cycles of all the 4 ages. So when 1000 cycles of Satyug, 1000 cycles of Treta Yuga, 1000 cycles of Dwapar Yuga, and 1000 cycles of Kali Yuga, when these are done, then it is Brahma's one day. Similarly, Brahma's one night is again 1000 cycles of all the 4 ages. And these 4 ages is called as Mahayug. So 1000 cycles of Mahayug. Okay, who will repeat? Just repeat so that it will get fixed in your mind. Kavita ji, just repeat. One day of Brahma is how many cycles? Kavita ji? Sukanya ji?
सॉरी मैम, मैं ऐसी लोकेशन पे हूँ, अच्छे से सुन नहीं पाई.
Okay, no problem, Kavita ji. No worries. Don't worry. I had asked the question that one day of Brahma is equal to how many cycles of hours?
1000.
Yeah. So 1000 cycles.
1000.
1000 complete answer. One cycle of one age.
Not 4 ages. That is Mahayuga. That
1000 yugs.
Please don't speak out of turn. I can't hear only. आप क्या बोल रहे हो? Okay. Say, raise your hand and answer one by one. Okay. Yeah. Savan ji.
मैम जहाँ तक मैंने समझा है, कंफर्म नहीं कह सकते, मतलब 4 युग जो हैं उनको जब हम 1000 साल मतलब जब जी लेते हैं तब उनका एक दिन होता है. फिर
Perfect.
सेम वो रिपीट होता है चारों युग 1000 बार, तब एक रात होती है.
हाँ, किसकी एक दिन और ये किसकी एक रात है? हमारी है या किसकी है?
नहीं नहीं, ये तो भगवान की है, हमारी कहाँ.
Perfect. Savan ji.
Brahma ji.
Perfect. Yes. Anybody else wants to repeat?
Yes, same मैम. ब्रह्मा जी की
Yes, ma'am.
एक रात और एक दिन के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. We are talking about one day and one night of ब्रह्मा जी. That is equal to 1000, equivalent to 1000 yugas of our. I mean, 4 yugas there: Satyug, Treta, Dwapar, and Kali Yuga. 1000 yugas equal to one night of Brahma ji, and 1000 yuga of equal to one day of Brahma ji.
Yes. Very good. Very nice. Namita ji. So Brahma's one day or one night are 1000 cycles of all the 4 ages, which is also called as Mahayug. 4 ages means one Mahayug. Okay. Now 1000 Mahayug make one day of Brahma called a Kalpa. So this I've just given it for your reference from exam point of view. अभी तक तो पूछा नहीं है. I just felt that you should know. That's fine. So 1000 Mahayug make one day of Brahma called Kalpa. And then there is Brahma's night of equal duration. Here I have just given a picture, not required or for you to study from exam point of view, but what is Kalyug, Dwapar, everything. So I have just given a picture of that. You can go through it when you get the PDF, just for your knowledge. Then in the next shlok, what is Vyakta and what is Avyakta? Very important from exam point of view. Now, what is Avyakta and what is Vyakta? The cosmic plane of the various planes of existence in the universe is astounding. The 14 worlds. We all know that there are 14 worlds. Seven above us and 7 below us, and their planetary systems undergo repeated cycles of Srishti, Sthiti, and Pralay. That means creation, preservation, and dissolution. So here are the worlds that are there. Okay, in this planetary system, it is constantly going on in cycles, repeated cycles. So these worlds are created. Then there is maintenance or there is sthiti. So they are preserved, and then there comes a time where they are destroyed. That is called as pralay or dissolution. Now, what is avyakta? Sorry, avyakta. That means from avyakta, from the unmanifested. From the unmanifested, all the manifest, that is vyakta, proceed at the coming of the day. So here Bhagwan is telling when there is the day is going to come, okay, or the like how we say that is the sun is going to rise. So we know that when the sun is rising is the daytime. So here Bhagwan is telling unka din kya hai according to them. When the day is going to come, then what happens? Then whatever is avyakta, that becomes vyakta. So whatever is unmanifested, that gets manifested. Simple example for this, avyakta is like a seed. Okay, that a huge tree, the qualities, everything is there in that small tiny seed. So that seed is a vyakta. Even in Sankhya, we have learned all these things. So seed. Then from that seed, a plant grows. So plant is considered, or the tree is considered as vyakta. उस seed से seed जो अव्यक्त है, which is unmanifested, grows a huge tree. That is, वो seed व्यक्त जब हो जाती है तो उससे बड़ा सा पौधा निकलता है. So vyakta, so all are living entities. They are at vyakta, at the coming of the night, they dissolve. And when there is the night of God, okay, everything that is vyakta. So we are the living beings. This world is there. What happens when जब भगवान का रात होने लगता है, when the night starts coming, the entire world is dissolved, or you can say it again goes back to unmanifested state. So the cycle is unmanifested, manifest, again unmanifest, again the cycle goes on. So from avyakta, that means unmanifested, vyakta hota hai, that means we living things we manifest, and then again we get destroyed and we become avyakta, and this cycle, it goes on, and the entire universe dissolves at the end of Brahma's life of 1000 years. The whole material creation winds up. So here Bhagavan is telling that even Brahma's life, the entire universe, it dissolves at the end of Brahma's life. So in this cycle there are a lot of what you can say, lot of times when Brahma Bhagwan comes to life, the whole material creation, it winds up. The Pancha Mahabhut, they merge into Tanmatra, Tanmatras into Ahankar. So Sankhya ulta jata hai bilkul, from Vyakta to Avyakta. We all know the 25 tattvas. So it goes backwards. So from Pancha Mahabhut, they merge into Pancha Tanmatra, they merge into Ahankar, Ahankar into Mahat, and Mahat into Prakriti. And we know Prakriti is a subtle form of Maya. So like this, again, Purush and Prakriti, it again goes back to avyakta state, that means unmanifested state. Then again, when God's day is coming, then again what happens? That avyakta, it evolves into vyakta, that means it gets manifested. That is what here, this dissolution is called as Prakriti Pralay. So when the world is destroyed, or there is night of Bhagwan or Brahma, that night is called as Prakrit Pralay or Maha Pralay. You have to just understand the concept over here. Then in the next slok, Bhagwan Shri Krishna says, continues to answer the question Arjun had asked. How can one be united with God at the time of death? So initially Bhagwan did answer his question that you need to focus on him, you need to focus your prana at the center of the eyebrows, and then think of me, remember me, and then you can attain me. So this definitely God has told, Bhagwan has already told, but again here further Bhagwan tells that he explains that there are two paths. How can you be united with God at the time of death? So Sri Krishna explains that there are two paths, two ways after death. So there are two ways, the path of light or the path of darkness. So one is the path of light and one is the path of darkness. So Uttarayan, 6 months, and Dakshinayan. We all know that 6 months is Uttarayan and 6 months is Dakshinayan. Now what is Uttarayan and what is Dakshinayan? Uttarayan, the God conscious souls. That means who believe in God. They work for God. Such souls who detach from worldly attachment. So they are detached from all the worldly attachments. They are work only for God. They are completely devoted to God and depart by the path of light. Such yogis, such souls, they depart by the path of light. That is knowledge and discrimination, and they attain God. So Uttarayan is a path from which you attain God. It is a path of light. They are liberated from the wheel of sanskaras. So they are free from the wheel of sanskaras. And when there are no sanskars, that means they are free from birth and death also. There is no rebirth because there are no sanskaras, because there is no karma. So it goes back. If there is no karma, there is no sanskar, then there is no rebirth. So they are free from all this and they reach the divine abode of God. So when you perform nishkam karm, जब हम निष्काम कर्म करते हैं, okay, so उत्तरायण मार्ग से जाते हैं. So the yogi, he leaves or he follows the Uttarayan path, which is the path of light, and he attains God. Now Uttarayan, it is also called as fire, Agni, flame, daytime, the bright fortnight, the 6 months of the northern solstice of the sun, which indicates the path of God. In Prashnopanishad, Pran and Rai has been explained. Pran and Rai, sun and moon, that has been explained very nicely in Prashnopanishad, where students, they apply the theory of creation, of how it was created. What is Pran and what is Rai? We will not go into the details, but it is the same thing. If you have not studied, when you study, just compare with it. It is the same thing. Now, similarly, Dakshinayan. Uttarayan, we learned 6 months. Uttarayan, it is a path of light. The yogi, he attains God. Nishkam kar. Then, what about Dakshinayan? Dakshinayan, again, 6 months. Now, here the ignorant souls means those who do not have that knowledge, who don't believe in God or knowledge, gaining knowledge, who are attached to the worldly matters or the materialistic world, or they are entangled in the sansar. They forget their relationship with God. They just forget that they have a very strong relation with God. Their soul is a part of Paramatma or God. They just forget it. They're so involved in this world, materialistic world. Such souls. So what happens to such soul? Bhagavan is saying that such souls, they depart by the path of darkness. So when they leave their body, these souls, they depart or they move on the path of darkness. Hence, they continue to rotate in the cycle of life and death. So such souls, they again have to take birth. So rebirth, death, rebirth, death. They are stuck in this cycle. So these people are sakam karma people. Those who perform sakam karma, these people, they walk on the path of darkness and they are entangled in the cycle of life and death. So you can say that it is a path of smoke. In smoke, when there is smoke, we cannot see anything that is there in front of us. It is not a very comfortable thing. Night time, there is darkness, the dark fortnight, the 6 months of the southern solstice. These indications, they chalk out the path through the moon, Pitriyan, to the world of ancestors. It is considered as it is a time where it's the world of ancestors. Next is not important. So Uttarayan, from exam point of view, you have to remember this. Very, very important. The gist of whatever I have explained right now. That Uttarayan, Dakshinayan, both are 6 months. Uttarayan, the souls that depart from Uttarayan, how are they souls? These souls have performed Nishkam Karma or Nishkam Yoga. And when these souls that depart, they lead to moksha. This path of Uttarayan, it leads to moksha. And the souls who don't believe in God, who perform Sakama Karma, Sakama Yoga, they walk on the path of darkness. They go through Dakshinayan. Then this path leads to rebirth and death. So they don't attain moksha. They again get stuck in the cycle of birth and death. Now, I want you all to only repeat this. Let me see if you have understood what is Uttarayan and what is Dakshinayan. Please raise your hand. So I'll ask one by one to repeat. Sukanyaji, very good.
In Uttarayana, that is called as Nishkama Yoga. That path leads to moksha. And then Dakshinayana is a Sakama Yoga. Path leads to rebirth and death cycle.
Very good, very good. Perfect. Ruchi ji.
हाँ मैम उत्तरायण में शरीर त्यागने से मोक्ष की प्राप्ति होती है, जन्म मरण का छुटकारा हो जाता है, और दक्षिणायन से जो ईश्वर को नहीं मानते हैं फिर वो दोबारा से वही साइकिल में आ जाते हैं, जन्म मृत्यु वाले साइकिल में.
Yes, perfect. Okay, now see, we know Uttarayan, Dakshinan 6 and 6 months, but this doesn't mean that if you die during Uttarayan, those 6 months, then everybody who depart from that path only. It is not like that. For that, even if you leave your body during Uttarayan, that doesn't mean that you're going to get moksha. If you have performed Nishkama Yoga, only then you attain moksha. So that is very important. So don't think that all the people who died during those 6 months, all those souls, they attain moksha, and all the souls that died during Dakshinan, they are stuck in the rebirth and death cycle. It's not like that. It is how you live, how you perform your karma, what is your thought process. According to that, it is told over here. Then next adhyay is 9th adhyay, Raja Vidya, Raja Guhya Yoga. Very nice, very small adhyay. Shlok is, there are only 34 shlok. The royal secret. Raja Vidya, Raja Guhya. So the secret is revealed over here. So Bhagavan tells that there are 3 Vedas. So initially there were only 3 Vedas. The 4th one came later on. So first it was Rigved, Samved and Atharved. All 3 Vedas, they are nothing but me. So remember, which 3 Vedas are Bhagavan? Rigved, Samaved, Atharved. All these 3 Vedas are nothing but me. And from exam point of view, now Yoga Kshema. Very important topic has been discussed over here. Questions are asked about Yoga Kshema. So 9.22 Shlok. Ananyaschintayanto maye janah paryupasate Teshan nityabhiyuktanai yogakshemau vahamyaham. So yogakshema vahamyaham. Let us understand what these words mean. So if in exam it is asked yogakshema, it is discussed in which adhyay? It is discussed in 9th adhyay, shlok number 22. So what is yogakshema? To those men who worship me alone, thinking of no other, to those ever self-controlled, I secure for them that which is not already possessed by them and preserve that what they already possess. That means kshema. Sorry. Let me explain this to you. So here, yoga kshema. So divide these 2 words into 2, yoga and kshema, and let's understand what it is. So Bhagavan here is telling that the yogis or the practitioners who believe in God, who are devoted to Him, who worship God, and they don't think of any other thing, who have self-control. What does Bhagavan do for them? Okay, being pleased, He blesses them. So He blesses them with yoga kshema. Yoga and kshema. So what is yoga? That Bhagavan blesses them with the things that they don't possess. That means they don't have. And kshema means He protects all the things that the yogi already has. Very beautiful. I'm repeating again, yoga kshema. Here, yoga means such a practitioner who worships God, who is very calm, balanced, stable, who thinks of nothing else but God. For him, what does Bhagavan do? Bhagavan does 2 things, yoga and kshema. Yoga means here what? That He secures or He blesses or gives him something he doesn't have. Now, for example, and preserves whatever he has. Now, for example, if let's assume from materialistic point of view, okay, I have this house. Okay, so Bhagavan will protect this house. That means that is called as kshema, because I already have this house. I already possess. So Bhagavan will make sure that nobody takes away my house. It will be with me always. So Bhagwan will take care of this, that whatever I have, it will remain with me. That is Kshema. The yoga over here now are something that I don't have. For example, now if I want a diamond necklace, I'm just comparing it with materialistic things for you all to understand and remember. Now I want a diamond necklace, for example. So Bhagwan will grant that wish. So whatever I don't have, so I don't have a diamond necklace, but I want it. So Bhagwan will make sure that I get it. Did you understand this yoga ksham? What is yoga and what is ksham? Have you understood? If you have understood, मुझे सिर्फ thumbs up दे दीजिए. Yes, Bani Bandana. Yes. You want to ask any question?
No.
Okay.
Sorry, I misunderstood something. Yeah, I thought you asked that if I understood these things, then I should give hand raise kind of things.
Okay. You want?
Sorry.
Okay. No need to say sorry. Tell me what is yoga ksham? What you have understood? Let me also understand.
Yeah, no, what I understood that God will give me that what I don't have, and simultaneously He will protect what I already have.
Perfect. Now, tell me what is out of that? What is yoga and what is ksham? Kshema. What is yoga and what
Yeah.
is kshema? Tell me that. Now, your answer is correct.
Yoga is uh, what what I wish to have. I think what I don't have, or I don't know.
Yoga is something that we don't have.
Okay, and cam means what I have already.
Yes. Kshema means that
Thanks.
we have, so God will protect it. He will see to it that that remains with us always. It will not go away from us.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Ma'am, it means that is whatever we have, it will be protected by God. Is it
Whatever.
we have, it will be protected by God.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The concept is clear.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, thank
Yes.
you.
Now I gave the example of materialistic thing only for you all to remember and understand the concept. But don't relate it to that because we are talking of something which is very different. Okay, we are talking about a yogi or a practitioner. So whatever he has, okay, good qualities like he is one with God, he has nishkama karam, okay, he is detached. So all these things, okay, his purity and everything, he will protect that. And whatever he's lacking, okay, whatever the yogi doesn't have, God will see to it that he gets that. It could be the patience or the strength or the stamina to pursue the path of yoga. Okay, now here I've just given you an example. You can go through it later on. Like a mother never thinks of deserting her newborn helpless child. So mother like here is like Bhagwan and child represents us. So we are children for Bhagwan and Bhagwan is like a mother who takes care of us. So just here I've just given an example for you to understand how a mother takes care of the child. Because she knows that the child is dependent on her. Without a mother, the baby, the child cannot sustain, cannot survive. Similarly, God also knows that without him, we cannot sustain, we cannot survive. So, but for mother to help the child has to be dependent and believe and have faith in the mother. Similarly, for God to help us, we need to have faith. We have to surrender to God. If we rebel, God cannot help us. That is what is told over here. So Yoga, he bestows his devotees the spiritual assets that they do not possess. The second is Ksham. He protects the spiritual assets that his devotees already possess. Yoga Ksham, again I have, in a simple manner I have written, to possess what we didn't have and to protect that we already have. Next adhyay is 10th adhyay, which is Vibhuti Yoga. In Patanjali Yoga Sutra, we have Vibhuti part, where different Vibhutis of God, of yogi, what he attains, different Vibhutis after practicing yoga. That have been discussed in detail. Similarly, here Bhagwan is discussing about the different Vibhutis, the divine glories. And there are 42 shlokas in this. A very simple one. Here you don't have any other option other than just rote learning. I cannot explain you this. You have to just learn this. Now here Bhagwan is telling that Arjun prayed to God to describe his glory. So Arjun requested, okay, tell me about your glory, who you are, really, who you are. Because Bhagwan had told him that I am not the person, I am not the body that you are seeing. It is just a outer covering. I am much more than that. That Bhagwan had told previously. So now here Arjuna is asking that, tell me who you are then. Tell me your glory. Arjuna said, yes, O Lord. In what sense should I think of you? And how should I think about you? In what sense? How should I look at you? How should I think about you? So that Bhagwan is telling over here. The sons of Aditi, in the sons of Aditi, I am Vishnu. In luminous objects, I am the sun with rays. Lord of stars, I am the moon. In the Vedas, I am the Samaved. In the senses, I am the mind. So if you look over here, on the left hand side, a general category is given, and on the right hand side, very specific. And that too, the higher or the better part of it is told over here. That in the senses, I am the mind. Because mind controls everything. Among the gods, I am Indra. Indra is supposed to be the king of God. In the Vedas, I am Samaved, higher one. Among the creatures, I am the consciousness. So creatures means us, living beings. In us, I am the consciousness. In Rudra, I am Shankar. Among the Yaksha, demons, I am Kuber. In the mountains, I am Sumeru. So Sumeru is the biggest mountain. In generals, Dr. Senapati, I am Kartikeya. In reservoirs, that means in Jalashaya, I am sea. Among the great sages, I am Bhrigu. In words, that means in Shabda, I am letters, that is Akshar. In trees, I am people. In those who are stable, I am Himalaya. Among the Gandharvas, I am Chitrarath. Among the Siddhas, I am Kapil. Among the horses, Uchchashrava. Among the elephant, Airavat. We know Airavat was the biggest elephant. In snakes, I am Sheshnag. So powerful. Among those who rule, I am Yamraj. Lord of water animals, I am crocodile. In procreation, I am Kamadev. Among demons, I am Prahlad. Why Prahlad? Because he is supposed to be the destroyer of demons. Among animals, lion. In birds, Garud. Among purifiers, I am the wind. Flowing rivers, I am the Ganges. Of the 12 months of the Hindu calendar, I am Margashish. Of 6 seasons, I am spring, that is Vasant, which brings forth flowers. Where flowers, all the beautiful flowers, they blossom in Vasant season. Among the Pandavas, I am Arjun. Among the sages, know me to be Vedvyas. Among the great thinkers, Shukracharya. So this is thus my divine powers are infinite. So Bhagwan here is telling, in short, I am everywhere and my powers are infinite. You cannot think how powerful Bhagwan is. There is nothing that is impossible for him. He is everywhere, in everything. And when we read all these 6, we come to know that he is like someone unimaginable. We cannot imagine his strength, his power, his divinity, his glory. These words, even if you read describing him, we will always fall short of words. You cannot describe. He is so glorious. I think we will stop over here for today. With this, we complete our 10th adhyay, and tomorrow we'll start with the 11th adhyay. For 10th adhyay, again, I'm telling you, there is no option other than learning these things, and you have to learn for exam. There is no way of making it easy. Just go on reading, go on reading, go on reading it. You will get it.